This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 20. Three-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go!
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run with Hines. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long.
65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike, 54. I got you. Check it back. Check it back.
The first carry for a former member of the Fighting Irish, Dexter Williams. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 1st down, it's Hines. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught by Mark Ingram. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
San Francisco.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Hines. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Hey, take 26. Back north.
Mike 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Now it's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll run it with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. A first carry now. This is Williams. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First down, 49ers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
21. Here we go.
This is Hines. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Get ready.
From the 38, Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
San Francisco.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
I'm going back to you.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Open here is Allison, that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go.
They run the counter. Hines. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. He's got it to Williams. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Newton. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the toss, here's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, he hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Garoppolo, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Don't get nervous.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Here we go,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Goodwin able to haul it in. The end result, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Garoppolo now. This one complete to Ingram. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st down, 49ers.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Za'Darius Smith, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
12, fellas, here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Inside. Hey, exit.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here we go.
I know he ain't got it. Double tight.
On first down, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Everybody's coming. Watch him.
To throw is Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Let's go.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy. Of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Williams. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Stop your whining.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Williams. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 1, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, D.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go.
Play action. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
At the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Here we go.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They'll try and run. Ingram. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check 26.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
No. 58. Check 30. Here we go.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
50. Hey, you block over here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Open man is Allison, complete. And all the way up to the 46. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
San Francisco.
Here we go. 180!
Let's see what you got.
On the delay, here's Hines. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now at Lambeau. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go. 180!
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here we go. 180!
I'm coming after you. Tight dog.
21.
On second down now, it's Hines. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Niners on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Hines on a toss play. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. They decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You can't block me.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Break. 319.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Flip again.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
319. Check to the 50. 54. Come on, dude. Wide. Get wide. 319 out.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Tighten up.
On second and 12, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
I'm going to run you over.
Again, it's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20!
We got to get this stop here, D. He's coming.
12, fellas, here we go.
We got double up.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go!
Back to throw. Rodgers. He's got it to Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Man, that's trash.
On third down, here's Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.